Here we go, OCF catch-up coverage continues. This is a round 1 match of the main event, so round 1 of the winners bracket between DevM and PauL. Both of these guys have braved the open qualifiers, made it through, and they're going to match up in this first round. So, DevM playing his US forces, straight away locked in Armour Company. Interesting choice. My personal build with Armour Company is 3 rifles and then a squad of assault engineers. And then a captain and get a steward. But DevM typically goes for lieutenant based builds, so we'll have to see how he gets on here today. Playing against him is going to be PauL.a.D, who is playing as Austria, and his loadout is Spearhead, Mechanized Assault and Close Air Support. Probably most likely to go for one of these last 2 commanders. PauL is pretty well known for going multiple Stug E's.
Combat engineers on the line.
He's probably the person who made that style of play popular. I remember one game that he played, he made 7. I guess 7 Stuggies in total. Anyway, first engagements going on. Grenadiers first rear echelons on the flanks, and rifles versus Grenadiers here in the centre. Looks like Grenadiers are going to control the centre and jump into this all-important garrison outside his base. Very important not to lose this to your opponent, to make getting out of your base incredibly hard. Pretty much forces you to get a mortar, because it's too early for him to get out a flamethrower. So DevM actually going for a different build than what I was expecting, going for his assault engineers 3rd, so that suggests to me probably is still going to go with a lieutenant based build, but you never know. Sometimes it's actually quite nice. I mean, these are incredibly fragile and very expensive to reinforce, so try not to just charge in with these, even though they are assault engineers. Keyword there being assault. Actually not that good at assaulting anything. But they do decent damage, especially once they get their flamethrower up, so best to keep them out of combat until that happens. So rifles caught in an awkward position here and may go down. Very late retreat. Grenadiers now on this negative cover road. Oh, Grenadiers, more Grenadiers coming from the south, and down goes an early squad of riflemen for DevM. That is a absolute disaster. Losing your first squad of rifles like that is just a critical mistake. So engineers now do have that flamethrower ticked up, and they are pushing forwards, trying to get control of this garrison that I was talking about. PauL is going for a sniper,
Has been assigned to field ops.
but that is a lieutenant for DevM, and he does have the M20 in production now. So PauL needs to get his tech going. He is upgrading his tech right now, just to try and get that going ASAP, otherwise this M20 is just going to wreak havoc. Of course, the M20 now having the improved sight range should be able to hunt down the sniper. Well, not sight range, sniper detection range. Should be able to hunt down that sniper quite effectively. So PauL quickly disengages from the spot. This church is a bit of an awkward one because there's only one window out of each side and there's heavy cover on each side, so from either side you can kind of win engagements just by sitting on that cover and blasting away at that church. Only really good at stopping troops from coming down this avenue. So sniper out here in the negative cover of the road, and here comes the M20 straight down the middle. Was probably going to have to get a Faust off. No, DevM decides to disengage, but these guys are getting super low. Also, this assault engineer is getting low. Let's get back. In comes the M20. He's going for the chase. all PauL's troops have retreated. But no, he's playing it safe. He's disengaging. I think this is a missed opportunity. He could get in there and do some real damage with that. But he couldn't afford to upgrade the armored skirts, and maybe that's why he's playing cautiously. Because he went for that flamethrower upgrade. He was a bit delayed in getting that armored skirt going. So maybe that's why he's playing it a bit more cautiously. Without the armored skirts, the M20 does go down to small arms fire. It's just so much faster. So much more vulnerable to small arms. Pretty much a mandatory upgrade, honestly. Unless, of course, you're just using it in the late game for mines. So it looks like it's about to take a Panzerfaust. No. PauL was moving into close range for a Panzerfaust. Sorry about that camera work. And then decided against it. Of course, there is a road here, so that does make the M20 back up mighty quickly. Even with the damaged engine, it can pretty much outrun infantry just coming down this road. So engineers making the most of their wire cutters there, getting through that little avenue is a nice benefit that sometimes people forget about, that you can use your assault engineers for clipping wire. Oh, but they're getting super low. Sniper gets a shot off. M20's chasing down the sniper now. Double Faust though. Now it's in trouble. It's got its rear arm exposed to the small arm, so the shots are going to penetrate it a lot more reliably. But both these squads getting super low. Where is anything coming to reinforce? No, but it doesn't matter. M20 goes down to those grenadiers. And DevM's really off to a very poor start right now.
The enemy has driven a wedge in our lines.
Though he does have vastly superior map control, he has lost a squad and his M20 already.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
So we'll have to see if his superior map control can continue to give him enough advantage to end up winning this match. PauL has now gone for close escort, of course, and he's done one of his fuel to munitions trade, which has allowed him to use all those Fausts on top of getting 2 MGs and a medic bunker. Otherwise, there's no way he'd have access to all those niceties. And really necessary, he had to get the healing for a sniper. And he had to use those 2 Fausts to kill that M20, so I think close air support was the correct choice. So now PauL going for an MG42. He's going to set this up in this garrison right here. Lieutenant rotating, trying to get out of its arc of fire, but quickly gets suppressed. His rifles can sit behind this cover here if they choose, but they decide to disengage. There's not much going on down there in the south. Looks like PauL is finally thinking about rotating around that side. Still, DevM, despite losing both of his 2 units, does have about a 100 victory point lead. Oh, and he's got, I didn't even see this going down, he's got a demo charge on this garrison. Well, well, well. Actually, no, PauL has sweepers. Kind of uncharacteristic, but I suppose you do have to play slightly more defensively against Armour Company. You've got to be aware of those demo charges. Usually you see flamethrower squads, but not today. PauL going for the sweepers instead. Of course, assault engineers can now place mines as well as demo charges. And the mines are pretty much the same as the Soviet mine. I believe they cost 5 munitions more, maybe. And I think they also take a bit longer to plant, but otherwise pretty similar. So PauL now making a play for DevM's cutoff. He's got it. He's probably going to retreat now. Grenadiers out here in the open. Sniper working in the north. Cutting down these assault engineers. They're closing the close range of the sniper. Get a nice flame burst off, but they're going to have to retreat. Oh, and the demo charge. Oh, no. Gets diffused there by PauL. But ends up destroying this garrison, so that's going to make this area slightly harder for him to hold, but also, if it gets harassed, slightly easier to assault. The echelons in the north have to retreat, otherwise they're just going to lose to that sniper grenadier combo. Oh, there we go. We see a mine going off there. I completely missed that one going down as well. And so now DevM has gone for bars. He's got bars on the squad of riflemen. Haven't seen him go for the anti-aircraft half-track. Instead he's gone straight for major. But he didn't really need to go for captain, because seeing that PauL has so many troop upgrades, he has to assume he's gone for close escort, so he's got to know that there are going to be no vehicles anytime soon, so he doesn't have to worry about that. So he doesn't really need the captain.
The enemy is taking our territory.
That being said, I mean, the PauL.A.D is always a good choice. NG42 chasing off those rifles there with the bar. Do these squads have nades upgraded? No, still no grenades. So that's going to make things difficult against this MG. And just as I say that, DevM gets a nice flank off, but oh, he gets nailed by those two LMG greens and the sniper combo, and he's going to have to beat a mass retreat here from the north. PauL's LMG greens and sniper combo is just costing him so much manpower. This is where the M20 would really come in handy. And causing a bit of damage to these squads without taking bleed in return. So it looks like DevM's now going to rotate back to the south, knowing that there is no sniper down there. I imagine being the main motivating factor. PauL has done another fuel to munitions transfer, I believe, and he now has LMGs on all of his grenadiers. And he's probably going to think about getting some telemines up sometime soon, try to shut down these Shermans that he knows are sure to be on their way. No! No, DevM, it looks like he's going for a Scott. Interesting choice. The Scott does not have the suppression though, like the PauL.A.D, and is, I mean, it's just so vulnerable. 2 pack shots and it goes down, and 2 packs are the staple of close air support. You always go 2 packs with close air support, so I just don't see how this is going to work. You got to be so careful, because Scott only just outranges the packs. You just got to be so careful with your micro. And that's the second squad of assault engineers for DevM. I didn't even realise that's 2 squads of assault engineers. As I was saying, they are so expensive to maintain for really not being that combat effective. Rifle grenades doesn't do too much damage. Another fuel to munitions. No. But that's the anti-infantry strafe coming in. The squad will quickly come out of suppression. There's no windows out of this side, so they can't stay pinned by this garrison. And also can't really engage from this side. Just sitting here, trying to trade more effectively against that lieutenant squad there. Here comes a Scott though to the north. Engaging against these pioneers, missing that shell though. Lieutenant's just taking so much damage here. And as soon as that retreats, PauL retreats in turn. knowing that the Scots up there. Doesn't want to take a
Securing our territory.
unfortunate Scot shot and end up costing him his squad.
We claimed it for the fatherland.
So Rifleman in the north, no match for double LMG Greens, and both these Vet 2 now. So he has to retreat. Scots are now moving to the north though.
Troop ready.
See, if that was a pack out, so that shot probably would have suppressed that squad there. Same in that situation.
We have a forward structure under attack.
Oh, MG bunker going down here from PauL, but this is being massively assaulted by all these assault engineers and riflemen with bars, but that MG is about to pop in. There it goes. Let's quickly work on those assault engineers. They're going down quick. Oh, he's up biting the dust.
An infantry unit.
Now these assault engineers trying to get up close. And note they're also going to get suppressed. And that's going to be a mass retreat from DevM. So now he's lost 3 squads. And I don't believe PauL's lost a single unit so far. PauL has a triple cap running. He's really taking control of this game right now. And that's a cunning spot for a bunker there. You have to come all the way down here, vault this fence to get behind it. And you can't really harass this munitions at all. So that's a cunning play by PauL, putting this bunker down here in the south. DevM hoping for a miracle shot on that sniper. Of course, the Scot does do 100 damage per shot, so it can actually one-hit the sniper, which I believe has 82 health. Whereas mortars do 80 damage, so they cannot one-hit the sniper. Oh, mine goes off there in the center, and this Scot is really just not doing too much right now. 3 kills. I wonder if one of those is the mine. Yeah, buildings destroyed. One.
We're losing a capture point.
And it's been on the field for quite a while. Hasn't got. I mean, it's barely got any kills.
Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
Maybe a bit of a disappointment. Did he just knock out another mine by accident with that thing? Well, I mean, I suppose it's paying for itself. Yeah, yep. PauL is also taking note of that. 2 just stray shots there, knocking out telemines. I suppose it's pretty fortunate for DevM. Not that he's really been pushing into spots where mines would be. Now he is though. Here comes HE Sherman moving to the north. A lot of LMG Greens up here. Rifleman getting diced up. That's 3 LMG Greens. Where's the pack? Pack's in the south. And this is going to be a mass retreat. Oh, that was a nice hit. He's going to go for another one. First pack shot misses. All these grenadiers just getting tuned up by this HE Sherman. Still no wipes. That was a pretty good run though. 5 kills, a lot more damage. Now he's switching targets, working on this MG in the garrison. Pack's trying to find a line or something to shoot at. Unsuccessful so far though. And that MG does get out of the garrison just in the nick of time. That thing it's going to go down any second now. One more shell. It's going to get wrecked, and DevM's deciding not to destroy it, hoping that a squad gets in there to get some scouting information and maybe dies. Oh, demo charge, but that's on the wrong side of the cover. Much better if we put it on this side of the cover, because that's where PauL's actually going to stand. Sherman now rotating to the south, working on the bunker. And down it goes. Pack in the north here, because he wants to push out through the north once more, gain control of his fuel once more. Who's got a bit of fuel saved up now. He may be thinking about trying to save up for tech. That was one of the best shots I've seen from that Scot so far.
A capture point is being overrun.
Now Sniper's in trouble. Double barred up rifles. Making a beeline for the Sniper. Those bars are pretty good now on the move. Those changes really making them a lot more worthwhile. Oh, once again, nice sweeping from Paul. Takes down another demo charge. H.E. Sherman from the north. Chasing away all of these squads. Pioneers well outgunned here by the Lieutenant and Rifle combo. Grenadiers now rotating back to the mid. So now Paul has finally got a second pack out, and this is going to make him a lot more deadly against these vehicles. So kind of curious that DevM has only really used the assault engineers so far from Armour Company. Suppose he hasn't had to call on the Wolverine because there's been no vehicles. Wow, that was a nice shot. I think he must be doing alright now. Yeah, it's up to 11 kills. I suppose 2 of those are mines, but kills are kills. Assault engineers closing close range. Get into this crater here for cover. Start roasting the squad out here in negative cover. Nicely done. Surprised they didn't take more damage on approach though, running down that road. Now looks like Sherman's going to try and make a flanking play from the south, and Paul has managed to tick up and field his Panzer for what? Sherman takes a couple pack shots though, has to back off. Oh, and the assault engineers go down again! Second squad of assault engineers are now deceased. And DevM's in a bit of trouble. His Sherman on half health. Can't engage against his P4, and Paul senses a window of opportunity here. He's feeling bold. He's making a beeline for the Sherman. Main gun destroyed. Now this is powerless. There's an M10 coming, but it's going to the north for some reason. Paul's running straight down the center. I think the Sherman's about to go down. Yep, there it goes. Where's the M10? M10 is now rotating back towards the middle, but it's too late. Shouldn't have sent that north. If he'd sent that center, he may have been able to save that Sherman. And that Sherman, after receiving enough damage to get to half health, just should have backed all the way to base there. Too little, too late. M10's in trouble now. Runs straight into the double pack. Oh, and the Panzerfaust finishes the job. And Paul is just making all the big plays here. I don't think he's lost a single squad so far. No, he hasn't lost anything, and DevM has lost 2 assault engineers, Sherman, M10, and a something else. Oh, a utility car, M20. So if we look at army sizes, we can see Paul is just so far ahead. He's got more than double the army size of DevM right now. DevM does have a bit of fuel in the bank though. He's going to use that to call in an M10, knowing that he has to keep Paul's Panzer IV at bay. If he wants any chance of winning that, he's going to have to get on his knees and pray that this Scot starts firing some miracle shots at those packs. Lieutenant sprinting to the north. Maybe he's going to get a flank on this MG42 up here. No, he's just going for that point there. Sniper's hot on its heels, and so is the LMG Green squad. No, LMG Greens are going to be dispatched, and Sniper's going to do the capping. M10 moving to the north though, but I don't think he can crush team weapons, so he's not going to have much success. If you want any A-level M10 crushing heroic plays, make sure you check out Von Ivan's stream. He's frequently doing some nice plays with the M10. It's really tasty crushing potential. This is very fast and can soak up a lot of damage. I believe it can take more than 2 Panzerfausts and not No, I'm just moving. I'm talking nonsense. But it's incredibly fast, and it's just really nice at crushing squads.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Does have a lot of health now after receiving a health buff. Used to have 400. Used to go down to just one telemine. It was kind of rubbish a long time ago, but now it's back in the meta. Nicely dodged there by PauL. P4 just sitting here pumping away at the church. That's what she takes those rifles. Nade goes out. Pioneers is quick to retreat though. Oh, this church is about to go down. Is DevM going to lose another squad? No. It's out on the nick of time, and the follow-up P4 shot is unable to seal the deal. Now PauL's feeling bold. He's run straight down the centre. I suppose he did have that sweeper squad up here before, so he doesn't have to worry about those armour company mines. But there's still an M10 to keep him honest. Still, PauL has now managed to level up the VP situation after being about 100 VPs down in the early game. And his army is still vastly superior to DevM's. He's now up to 87 to DevM's 50. Perhaps DevM's trying to set off these S-mines here. Get a bit of a friendly mine fire going on. Packs will rotate to the south, trying to find this M10. I think if he can kill that M10 without taking any losses, it'll probably seal the game. Second M10 from DevM. So now this P4's really got a few things to think about. Grenadier here, wow, it's just getting munched. Oh, and the follow-up shot from this Scott finishes the job. That's what I was talking about, the miracle shot, and the M10 came in for a crush but got triple Fausted there. And now the P4's on the prowl, but there's the second M10. Packs from the south, packs down the road. M10 needs one more shot. Oh, but main gun destroyed on the P4. One M10 goes down, P4 goes down. This pack needs to continue chasing, but it's not going to. Rifles here in the north, putting a lot of pressure on it. LMG Greens are sticking around though. The rifles have to retreat. I think PauL maybe could have got both those M10s there if he just stayed vigilant on his micro and moved that pack forwards. Try and chase it. But that's not the case. Scott now could be in trouble. Pack's lining up a shot. It's going to take one hit. Gets around the corner. Ooh, but now he's backing into the firing arc. I don't think PauL has sight. Wow, DevM's playing so risky here. One more pack shot and that thing is dead. And the pack... No, PauL... Him this pack in the south. Okay, the pack in the south is also retreated all the way back to base.
We have a new Panzer IV.
Didn't really need to retreat this one. Kind of does need to retreat this one. It's Vet 1, so he's got access to target weak point, which is so very good. It's quite low on health, so it could do with a good old-fashioned healing up. Doesn't want to lose that veterancy. Also doesn't want to lose a pack to DevM. The pack is so effective against Axis tanks, especially compared to that M1.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
P4 moving to the south. Rear echelon's on sweeping duties though, trying to get rid of this S-mine field here. Got rid of a little patch of it, but there's still plenty more.
The enemy is taking our territory.
M10 here in the north. Is he going to go for a crush again? Looks like he's lining it up. Gets one man, gets two men, and it forces a retreat. And that's going to be a mass retreat from the north for PauL. Ooh, and the Scott almost gets the follow-up shot there. P4 now rotating to the north. But still got to worry about this M10. And these things are quite cheap. 80 fuel, 270 manpower. Compared to a P4, which I believe is 350 manpower, 125 fuel. pretty much like 50% more expensive. Almost, I mean, almost twice the fuel cost, really. I mean, it's quite a sizable difference. Still, whilst the M10 is very good against austere tier 3 units, not so good against the Panther. Has a lot of trouble penetrating its frontal armor, so I wonder if PauL will try and make that final stage of tech. Hasn't done so yet. He falls in a tricky spot here. No, his pack's in a nice spot, but his pack's kind of blocking his retreat path here. That could have been a unfortunate situation. He had to try back around that pack. Luckily, the pack shuts down DVM's push. I think DVM's probably saving up for another Wolverine. He's got the fuel for it now. Here comes the Wolverine. What is that? That is anti-infantry strafe. It's pressing that, pinning that rifle squad. Second pack shot misses the kill shot though on the Wolverine. Pack's going down quick to these barred up riflemen. P4 doesn't really want to get too close and risk going down. Scott continues to work his magic here in the north, just picking away. That's doing pretty well, but now it's in trouble. Here comes the P4. It's up to 22 kills. Oh no, don't die, Scott, run. As you can see him there accelerating quickly on that road. P4 is continuing the chase though. No, decides to disengage. I remember one game was Jeslin vs PauL, and PauL ran up through this avenue with two Panthers trying to chase a wounded IS-2 and ran over a mine, ended up losing both his Panthers and costing him the game and the series. I believe that was for one of Romeo's Starcross Cups, so he knows not to run through that avenue without sweeping. He's learned that the hard way. Wolverine decides to discontinue the chase there. I think it probably would have been worthwhile just continuing one more shot and he would have knocked out that P4. Probably would have been worth losing Wolverine to get that P4 kill. And now is he just going to try running with the Wolverine anyway and go for a crush? That seems reckless, especially with packs coming. R1G Green's now sitting on DVM's cutoff once again. Here comes Scott though, that should level the playing field. Whoa, that Grenadier squad actually has a flamethrower as well. Let's pick that up from the assault engineers. I didn't even notice that had been dropped. And goes the grenades. And rifles decide to retreat. DVM's now starting to feel the VP pressure. He's down to just 141 VPs. Oh, sniper's about to go down. What is this? Oh my god, that bar in close range just melted that sniper. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you go for the bar. That thing is actually pretty good these days. If you're not going for a rifle company, which of course was banned in this tournament, bars are a pretty good option. Also pretty good against OKW at the moment because OKW mainly spamming infantry support guns, and bars allow you to be quite effective whilst firing on the move. So you can stay mobile and hopefully not get hit by one of those infantry support gun shells. So we've got two Wolverines now against PauL's soon to be two Panzer IVs. We have to see how this goes. PauL also has two packs, so he's definitely got a lot more anti-tank and anti-infantry firepower. But DVM has managed to close the distance somewhat in population size, helped by PauL losing his sniper. Also, the Scott has been doing a pretty good job of leading PauL's squads. That debuff there is smoke. When vehicles drive through US Forces smoke, they kind of get a debuff. Oh, down goes one M10. Other M10's on the P4's flank. P4's trying to blitz to safety. Scott's firing on the pack. Pack's firing, I mean, facing the wrong direction here completely. Oh, and down goes the P4. Pack is now rotating to the correct direction. Is it going to take a Panzerfaust? Yes, it is going to take a Panzerfaust. This other squad's trying to get close, but one more Panzerfaust is not going to seal the deal. Where's the fresh P4? Okay, fresh on the field. Now moving to the north. Hard on the heels of this Wolverine. Is he going to stop it right here? Is he going to stop it right here? He is. He is stopping it. Maybe now here's the P4 through the fog of war. He continues to back away, but this is going to be too late. PauL's running straight for the base here. And down goes the Wolverine. P4 finishes the job. And comes anti-infantry strafe, so all these squads are going to get suppressed or pinned. It's going to turn the engagement back to PauL's favour and force that retreat. Ooh, 50 cal here set up in the centre. It's going to make things difficult for PauL. Or maybe not. Only managed to suppress one of these squads. Other squad manages to clear the arc quite quickly. 50 cal does seem to be less effective at suppressing in the AoE suppression department than the MG42, for instance. And now that 50 cal is going to be turned against DevM's own troops, making it very difficult to get out of his base. Oh, here comes a fresh Wolverine. It's on the rear arm of this P4, and this P4 is going to go down here, I think. There's no pack in sight. And this is what I was saying, these Wolverines are significantly cheaper, so even if you trade 1 for 1 against the P4s, you're going to come out ahead. Still, DevM is down to only 31 VP, so despite trading pretty well, you know, 1 for 1 with these Wolverines to P4s, he's still in a tough spot. Though, at the moment, I mean, army size versus army size, they're pretty close, especially once DevM recruits that M10. And PauL does have a lot of his POC tied up in these 2 pack guns, so maybe even DevM has a slightly larger army. Oh, especially after that wipe there in the south. I think that was a Pioneer squad. Looks like it. Oh, M10 just drives straight down the centre. And, well, that's GG. He was suffering from the triple cap and he ends up getting bled out on VP. So GG, PauL takes game 1 of round 1 of the winners bracket of the OCF main event.